Well, hello, students. My name is Dr. Kurt Carlson, and I'm the coordinator of the General Psychology Master's Program here at Texas A&M University Commerce. And what I'm showing to you on my screen here are the two different degree plans that we have. And really, most of the coursework is the same between the two, and they're both 36 hours. But the difference is one involves a thesis project, and the other one does not. Okay. And you need to let me know very early on, preferably before you even begin the program, which of these two degree plans you prefer. Generally speaking, you should go with the thesis option if you are interested in research in particular, and especially if you plan to ultimately pursue a doctoral program, or if you just want to show on your vita that you can conduct a research project, go with the thesis option. Okay. But if you're just in the master's program to just kind of get in, get out, get a master's degree, then I would go with the non-thesis option. Okay. Sometimes students come in and they just want a master's degree in order to maybe get a promotion at the job that you're currently at. That would not You would probably not want the thesis option in that case. Okay. And so we have students doing thesis option. Most students do the non-thesis option. Okay. One additional advantage of the thesis option is that it prepares you for doctoral programs. It prepares you specifically for our doctoral program here as well. We have a doctoral program in educational psychology. I'm the coordinator of that program as well. If you're interested in that program, let me know. And my email is kurt.carlson@tamuc.edu. You can always email me with any questions that arise as you're in the program. But yeah, that's a nice thing about the thesis option plan is that those 36 hours would move right into the doctorate program if you were to decide to apply to that program later on. But for now, I'm just talking about these two different degree plans for you today, so you have a good idea of what of the program that you're in. And yeah, you're on in this program to get a general psychology master's degree. And I often get asked, how long are you going to be in the program? How long does it take? Well, figure 2 to 3 years. Okay. Of course, that depends on how many credit hours you're taking at a time. If you're consistently taking 6 credit hours, so full time is considered 6 or 9 credit hours, part time is 3 credit hours. But if you're consistently taking 6 hours a semester, which is pretty common, then yeah, and if you take courses during spring, summer, and fall, then hey, that's 18 hours per year. 2 years of that, and you get to 36. Okay, so it's possible to do it in 2 years. If you do the thesis option, it's probably going to take a little bit longer, 2 to 3 years, um, because yeah, you're doing a thesis project as well. Okay, and that involves working with a research advisor. I would help you. I'm not your research advisor unless we've already spoken about this. Rather, I'm your degree plan advisor. Okay, but if you need help getting with a research advisor, someone who has expertise in the specific area that you're interested in psychology, I can try to help you get with someone. It would be a faculty member in our department who does research that you're interested in getting involved in, and they can be your research advisor potentially on your thesis. Okay. Okay, so let me get into the coursework here. Again, both degree plans have very similar coursework, but there's some subtle differences here. So the thesis option has 518. Those are thesis hours, okay? So when you're ready to propose your thesis, you would enroll in 518 under your research advisor's name, and you would take like 3 credit hours that first semester, another 3 credit hours the following semester. Generally, you're going to need to take it for more than just 2 semesters, okay, because it takes longer than a year to do most thesis projects. Figure at least a year and a half to do the full thesis. But your research advisor may uh, um, have a project for you that could be done in 1 year, but usually you need more than a year. Okay, so that means that generally students end up getting more than 6 hours of 518, but only six count on your degree plan. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you have 518 here for 6 hours. Over here, instead, you have an additional elective if you're on the non-thesis track, and you have this Sci 595 course, which is a sort of research literature course, research literature and techniques to help you with writing and evaluating psychological research, that sort of thing. But let me walk you through this here. So both degree plans have 505 or 511. 505 is the educational psychology course. 511 is cognitive science. You choose between those two. 509, you see that on both as well. That's the history of psychology course. 515 is neuropsychology or the biological basis of psychology. 612 is introduction to statistics. So you have to have a couple of statistic courses here. 612 is intro and 681 is intermediate statistics. 620 is cognitive psychology. 625, which is right here. Right, it's not on the thesis track, but it's on the non-thesis track. That is cognition and instruction. And then you can choose between 545 or 627. 545 is developmental psychology, and 627 is social cognition. And then we have several electives for which to choose to fill in the rest of your degree plan. Okay. And so, yeah, these are your degree plans. These are just Word documents, so I can kind of keep track of your progress through the program. But you can also check on your DegreeWorks, which is in your MyLeo account, to see how you're doing in the program anytime you want. Okay, again, that's called DegreeWorks. And that's basically what this orientation video is about. It's just talking about your degree plan, walking you through it here, describing the difference between thesis and non-thesis plan. The only other thing to really address here is the fact that everyone has to do a comprehensive exam as well. So when you're done with your coursework, or maybe you're enrolled in your last one or two courses, you would be ready for your comprehensive exam, which, well, it's called a comprehensive exam. So it should be comprehensive, involving, all your coursework here. Essentially, it is a one-time 3-hour session that you go to a computer lab on campus, and you basically you get some short answer questions to answer. Okay, and there are 4 sections. One section involves developmental or social psychology. Essentially, it's going to be based on perhaps some 627 information, as that's social cognition. Definitely some 545. Where is it here? There we go. 545. So you can take either of those courses. If you want to take both, that's fine. The other one would just be an elective. But again, one section of the comprehensive exam is developmental or social psychology. You'll see some questions for both of those areas. And basically, for each of these sections of the comp exam, you get some short answer questions to choose from. Okay, if you feel uncomfortable answering one of them, you answer another one instead. Okay, so you answer a couple of questions in that section, and then there are 3 other sections of the comp exam. One of them is cognitive psychology. Another one is history of psychology, and the other one is statistics. Okay. And so, right, so that basically covers all these courses. And yeah, you have 3 hours to answer 2 questions from each of those 4 areas, right? So a total of 8 short answer questions. So these are not essay questions that take multiple pages to answer. Rather, it depends on the question as to exactly how long your answer needs to be, but figure, 2, 3 paragraphs, maybe even 1 paragraph for the question. And of course, you would get more instructions when it gets to be time to take your comprehensive exam. But basically, in order to get through the program, to earn your master's degree here, you have to not only pass all these courses with an A or a B, but you also need to pass your comprehensive exam. But don't worry if you fail. You do get multiple opportunities here. The graduate school allows up to 3 opportunities. Now you have to appeal to retake it, but if that appeal succeeds, and usually it does, okay, then you get up to 3 opportunities to pass that comp exam, okay? But they're only offered, 3 times a year, okay? Summer, spring, and fall. So, if you fail, you would have to wait until the next term to take it, okay? And of course, if you're on the thesis track, you also have to pass your thesis project successfully with your thesis committee in order to get your master's degree, okay? Well, that's basically all I have for the orientation for the General Psychology Master's Program. Again, if you have any questions for me, you can email me at kurt.carlson@tamuc.edu. And welcome to the program, and look forward to communicating with you and working with you through the program.